Are you a god in creative but you seem to struggle in ranked? If so, then you're in luck. I've been a top ranked player for over 8 seasons now, and I'm one of the top ranked players this season. And today I'm going to be covering the best routines to get better mechanics in Fortnite. And I'm even going to show you how to transfer your creative skills into actual ranked matches. And the best part is, every single technique in this video is very easy to master. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. We're getting super close to 50k subs. Go check out my other socials. Use code Farley. But now onto the video. Now first off, there's a bunch of different maps that you can use to have a good routine, but the map we're going to focus on today is Mechanics V5 by Raider. And the first thing that we're going to do to warm up, and I do every single time I warm up, is you're going to free build every single time for 5 to 10 minutes. When you get on, you're just going to start free building. I just want to get my fingers warm, and I just want to get ready for what I'm going to do next. After 5 minutes of normal free building, now we're going to increase the speed of our movement, and now we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to free build on a faster speed. What this is going to do now is it's going to force your brain and your fingers to edit faster, because obviously you're moving at a faster pace, and if you choke an edit just like I did right there, you're going to get caught. And this is going to teach you how to be consistent with your edits. And I can guarantee you that if you literally just do this for 5 minutes a day, when you get on, you're going to see a significant increase in the speed of your edits and just overall mechanics. So make sure you're increasing your movement speed. Now that I'm done with my free builds and my fingers are warm, I now need to practice in-game moves so that I can transfer my skills from creative over to ranked. Because in ranked, you're not going to hit a quad edit on someone, wide edit like this, and then get pumped in your face. Instead, you're going to be practicing in-game moves, like a protected side jump that keeps you protected while taking high ground. Or maybe you practice motions like full boxing like this. Do this over and over and get this down so when you get in a ranked fight, you can full box your opponent every single time. Or maybe you practice your high walls to take high ground on your opponent. Or maybe while I'm free building, I incorporate some wall resets to make it more realistic, right? If an opponent's in front of me, boom, hit a wall reset, and now I make space, and then maybe I go for a piece, and then I box him and then kill him. Practicing moves like this is going to help you transfer all those skills you're learning in creative into ranks. Moving on now, let's talk about the most important part of this video, and the part that's probably going to help you improve the most, and that is by focusing on what you're bad at. So for example, let's say I have really good aim, but as soon as I hop into a piece control drill just like this, I suck at making protected edits and I keep taking damage when I peek. Obviously that means I shouldn't be practicing my tracking because I'm already good at this. Instead, I need to practice my piece control and staying protected, so the player's in front of me, maybe I make an edit like this and I stay protected while I make that jump shot. Or if my opponent is in front of me right here and I want to take his wall, maybe I go from a protected angle like this, so now I don't take any damage when I take that jump shot. Or if my opponent is down here, maybe I make a protected window edit instead of making this wide edit like this. This keeps me protected when I make that pump shot. If you start practicing what you're bad at, you're going to become a well-rounded player, and that's way better than having one really good skill. Now I want to say, when you're doing piece controls like this, it's very important that you're giving 100% effort, because there's no point in me just like going through the motions, right, and taking bad edits and bad peaks that leave me exposed. That's not going to help me improve, and at that point I'm just wasting my time on the game. Instead, maybe for 5 to 10 minutes, I'm giving full effort, right? I'm practicing everything I can. So instead of making dumb wide edits just like this, every single time you're free building, think about what peaks you should make and how you can stay protected when you make that edit, so that you as a player will improve way faster. Moving on now, let's talk about the best way to transfer your creative skills over to an actual ranked match. Now, the best possible practice that you can get to transfer your creative skills into ranked is in the comp section. And then you're going to go over here to the piece free build and you're going to hit start. What you're going to notice now is you're going to be in a big arena, as you can see right here, and there's going to be 2 bots in front of you, and they're going to be moving around in all of these builds. And your whole goal from this point, I don't even want you to start piecing yet, just start learning how to track your opponents, right? Look at the visual sound effects and read your opponents and learn where they're going, right? Just run around and understand where they're moving and just track them and track their movements. From this point out, all I want you to do is incorporate your shotgun. Practice tracking and practice hitting your shots consistently. Do this until you can basically just hit every single pump shot. From this point out, all I want you to do is practice moving in these areas and learn how to piece control through these builds. As soon as you see builds in front of you, maybe you turn directions, right? Don't worry about the bots, just free build and learn how to change directions through all these builds. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to incorporate the bot. So I see the bot up in front of me, I'm going to start free building and I'm going to piece control towards him. And now from this point, I'm going to follow the visual sound effects so I can meet him and piece him up just like I did right there. Also, when you're doing these piece control drills, don't be dumb and go around making wide edits right into the player's face, right? If the bot was in front of me and I make an edit like this and he's looking at me, boom, I'm dead. I need to be smart and protected with my piece control, like maybe like that. That way I bait the player out and get the kill in the end. So if you're struggling with piece control, I really recommend practicing this literally for just 20 to 30 minutes a day. And if you can literally just do this for literally just maybe 15 to 20 minutes a day, you're going to notice a significant increase in the control of your crosshair and your piece control as well. So make sure you're doing this. Now all these piece control drills I've gone over are very important, but you also need to have really good aim. Now if you do want to get really good shotgun aim and aim overall, the first thing you want to do is go to the aim section right here, and you're going to go over to this flick reaction part right here. You're going to click flick reaction, and then you're going to hit start. It's going to put you in a box now. You can see there's a bot right in front of me, and when you shoot him, the bot's going to restart and then he moves. From this point now, you're going to want to be practicing hitting your shots consistently, right? Don't hit him in the foot for like 2 damage. That's not going to work in game because you're just going to die. Instead, try and keep your crosshair head and chest level the whole time and just track him over and over. And then once you get that down, boom, now you start shooting. Now you start incorporating and you make sure that you can hit these shots consistently. Also, don't just stand still. You're going to get one pumped in your face, right? Stay moving while you're doing this because this is going to feel like a real in-game scenario. What this is going to do is it's not only going to make your aim better, but it's going to build your confidence when you're box fighting, because when you're in a box, you're not going to get nervous with all your shots. I didn't mean to hit that. But you're not going to whiff all your shots and then die to your opponent. Instead, you're going to be super consistent and you're never going to find yourself missing a shot again, and it's going to build your confidence overall. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go into the comp section. You're going to go to headshot box fights. You're going to shoot it, hit start, and you're going to spawn in this box right here. Now you're going to see there's going to be a bunch of bots around you and they're going to be moving and shooting at you. Now when you're fighting these bots and you're trying to piece them up, you can't just shoot them in the body. This won't work. The only thing that kills the bot is a max headshot damage. This is going to train you to piece up and only hit max shots against your opponent. So what I want you to do is literally just practice piecing over and over, and if you miss a shot, just keep going, practice hitting your headshots, and be consistent. And when you're doing this drill, remember what I just showed you guys earlier. Keep your crosshair at head level. Don't just flick around, right? Because you're not going to hit a headshot, right? Crosshair at head level at all times, tracking the head. So when you take a shot, it's a max shot every single time. Look, I'm literally just going to track, max, track, max. And then it's just track one more and then a headshot again. Keeping your crosshair at head level is just going to allow you to hit max shots way more consistently. So make sure you're doing this so you get really good shotgun aim. Now that you've done this, I want you guys to go back to the peeking practice, and I want you to learn how to edit and keep your crosshair at head level. Notice while I'm fighting this player where my crosshair is always placed. Every single time I'm through a wall, my crosshair is already placed back on the level of my opponent's head so that my shots are going to be consistent. Like while I'm free building, look, my crosshair is already on head level by the time I make this box, so that by the time I make that edit, my crosshair is already lined up. And you really also have to train this when you're elevating and going up, because Fortnite's not just a one-dimensional game. You got to go up, you got to go down, you got to go every single angle, right? I'm going up, I got to keep it at head level. See how I just reset my crosshair and now it's at head level? If the player was behind this wall, he would be on that level. And if the player's below me, look, I reset my crosshair and now it's at head level again. So when I make the edit, now I have it lined up. Or like right here, let's say my opponent is above me and I need to cone him. When I edit through, I need to get my crosshair back on head level. See how I'm turning? My crosshair's at head level. So by the time I turn, I'm not just flicking, right? Because when you're flicking, you're super inaccurate, right? You're going to miss some shots. Now, not only do you need good shotgun aim, you also need good AR aim. So here's a quick routine you can practice. To do this, all you have to do is go into the aim section just like I do here, and then go to the 1v1 aim duel and hit start. You can do really any setting if you want. You can start out easy if you want, and just hit start, and you're going to spawn in this little box with a bot in front of you. And all I want you to do from this point is don't shoot, just practice tracking. Track. Make sure you can keep your crosshair on their chest the entire time. From this point now you obviously want to start spraying, and you want to incorporate your AR. Make sure you can hit shots consistently and do this over and over until you can consistently hit shots. This is going to help you when you jump into your opponent's box and then you crack them with your pump, and now you have to spray them to pick up the kill. So make sure you're doing this for literally just like 2 to 3 minutes. It doesn't really have to be that long, and just make sure that you're doing this every day and making sure you're consistently tracking your opponent. Now that your AR aim is warmed up, we now need to make sure that we can learn how to get opening damage properly. So to do this, all you're going to do is go to the aiming section over here. There's going to be a bunch of different drills. I just want you to go to surge tags and hit start. Now you're going to go over here to the left, and then you're going to switch the position to go closer. This is going to allow you to learn how to get opening damage correctly. Because when you're in a fight, if you can get that advantage of cracking your opponent like that off the rip, you're going to have a lot more chances of winning that fight. What you're going to do from this point is just practice spraying your opponents and getting opening damage on them just like this. So like right here, if your opponent was in front of you, they don't see you and they're running around. If you can get that 100 damage guaranteed at the start of the fight, that means you have a way higher chance of winning that fight because you have an advantage off the rip. So if you can just do this over and over, practice getting consistent damage on your opponent while they're running away, you're going to win a lot more fights because you're going to give yourself an advantage off the rip. Also, you can practice this from high ground as well if you want to. Let's say you're on a big base and you want to practice your surge tags. You can go up here and just practice hitting your opponent if you were like on high ground and you wanted to hold them in zone or something like that. So make sure you're doing this from all angles so you can get consistent aim. That's going to wrap up this video. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live later today. And if you want to see it instantly become better at Fortnite, go check this video out. But with that, I'm out. Peace.